Well, well, well. Look what we have here. After swearing blind that I wasn't going to do another one of these, here we are with a Commander Lucosa Elite Dangerous video. And no, I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing it either. Right, before I do anything, I'll point out that this is going to be the only time I mention Frontier developments during this video, because otherwise I'll just go into a rant, you know, about the whole fucking thing, really. Whether it's... No, I'm not going to start, otherwise, yeah. I'll save that for when I do a review of the game on December 16th. Brown nosers, consider yourselves forewarned. You're not going to want to watch my video review. Right. Well, I suppose I may as well start how I always used to start. Except with a bit of a difference. We're starting with my ship and loadout. Now, because I wasn't a Kickstart backer, nor did I play in the alpha or the premium beta, I didn't come along until beta 1. I started in a Sidewinder with 100 credits right out in the arse end of space. I can't even remember what planet I started at. It was an LHS or an LP something or other. And it's taken me a fair while to amass what I have, along with actually making what little progress I have in terms of distance covered. I haven't really gone very far, but I did finally manage to get rid of the Sidewinder and got me Eagle. It was certainly helped by the fact that, yes, I did have the second Eagle already, and the first thing I did with that was sell it so that I could use the credits to buy decent cargo, and in decent amounts, well, 4 tons, and yeah, and so I used that to build up the money a bit more, and then I eventually got rid of the Sidewinder for an Eagle, kept the Eagle for a bit, and then got rid of that for a hauler, kept that for a bit, skipped the Viper completely, and I'm now in a Cobra, complete with the lovely paint job on it. So anyway, I've upgraded the Cobra a little bit. None of the upgrades I've put on it are outstanding, they're all C's and D's. One area that's been a bit annoying is that neither of the two systems I go to have any of the capacity 4 cargo racks, so I'm stuck with these two capacity 2 jobbies along with my 16, so my cargo capacity is 36 when it could be 40. Those 4 tons make a difference, especially when you're doing the kind of route I'm doing. I found a pretty good one. And in a moment of extreme generosity, I decided to share it. Now, as far as hardpoints goes, nothing particularly remarkable. Dual class 2 gimbaled multi-cannons, dual class 1 gimbaled burst lasers, and then to help me defense a bit, point defense turret and chaff launcher. Defense is helped a bit more by the fact that I also changed my shield generator to a D4, but I still have the lightweight alloys. Fact, has the thing in the corner there to tell you that, you know, if something's in stock or not, and I still fucking clicked on it to look anyway. Doing well. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the ship I've got, and what it's loaded with, and all the rest of it. As far as my actual statistics go, My status: shock horror, my combat rank is harmless. Indeed, I've only been in 2 combat situations since I started Gamma, and in both cases I didn't get a scratch, and also in both cases I was still in my Sidewinder. But yeah, I didn't get a scratch, but they both buggered off once their hull was down to about 20%, and there was no way I could fire fast enough to get them, because I still only had my 2 lone pulse lasers. One of them was an ASP. I can't remember what the first one was. So yes, combat hasn't really been doing a great deal, so still harmless. But trade rank has gone up. I'm now at dealer. Explorer rank has gone up 1 to mostly aimless. I have a feeling it would be higher than that, because there have been 2 systems. One of them, the only thing I could scan was the main star when you first hyperspaced. The other one, I spent about 40 minutes scanning everything in there. There was about 20 space bodies I found, including some fragments or whatever they're called for mining, asteroid clusters or whatever. And then when I landed at docking stations, they've never shown up in the data that I could sell. So basically I did all that for nothing. So cheers. One of a number of problems. If you've got multiple ships, yeah, you're going to find that the shipyard screen is going to freeze a hell of a lot. Because whereas it used to do it occasionally in Beta 3, it now does it almost every fucking time in Gamma. It has done since Gamma 1, here we are at Gamma at 1.05, and Shock Horror, okay, here we go. Shock Horror, the devs haven't even acknowledged my ticket about it, let alone actually told me that they fixed it. I suspect it's because I've become very critical of the game and very critical of the way the devs are going about it. So yeah, they're probably ignoring any tickets that I raise. So anyway, so yes, Explorer rank mostly aimless, could be and should be higher. But one of the new features in Gamma, I mean, surely by now there are umpteen million fucking videos showing the difference between Beta 3 and Gamma, so you don't need me to explain it. But my Federation reputation and rank, well, AMI, Empire, AMI Alliance are all bloody neutral and none, and I am neutral with every single place I've been to, which is rather annoying because I've been doing quite a lot of trading between 2 stations, and I hoped that it would have improved my reputation with one of them by now, but no. Finance, well, the balance, I mean, you can see anyway, so I don't know why it needs another section for that, but the insurance thing is handy to know. So my cargo insurance is 0, ship insurance 96%. I don't actually know what that 96% is indicating, but the rebuy costs 32,660, so ideally I want that in my balance while I'm doing cargo runs, or at least that. In practice I very rarely do. So my statistics, I actually find this page quite handy. So my current assets are 1,081,776. Or to put it another way, I could, if I wanted to, replace this Cobra with a Type 6 if I didn't mind the fact that it would leave me with next to fuck all to buy cargo with. Credits spent on ships is clearly not working because I've bought I've bought an Eagle, I've bought a Hauler. I did actually buy a Viper and then I sold it almost straight away because it was useless to me. And then I bought the Cobra. So I've bought 4 ships, but according to this I haven't spent a single penny on any of them. So there you go, that's quite some going. Credit spent on outfitting 714,113. Credit spent on repairs is 42. That's all of that has come from, you know, interdictions that I couldn't evade and then got, you know, slight hull damage from. Credit spent on fuel, yeah, that's been going up quite significantly since I got the Cobra, but I have just taken care of that by upgrading the frameshift drive. Credit spent on munitions, insurance and total claim costs are all at 0, which is hardly surprising because I haven't used any of them. Now combat's all at 0 because I haven't done anything worthwhile. Crime is also 0, as is smuggling, but trading is where my big profits come in. So my market network is 9. No, I don't know what that means either. Trading profit is over 1 million. I've traded over 1,000 commodities. My average profit is 13,643, which I don't think is too bad. Highest single transaction of 44,064. I didn't think that was too bad either. Mining, I haven't done any, so that's going to stay at 0 for a while, I think, that one. And exploration, I've been to 21 systems. That's it. Only 21, because I'm in this area where I have, well, was having trouble getting around anywhere. I think now I'm going to be okay because my jump range is semi-decent now. Profits from exploration 15,998. As I say, I think that would be over 20,000 if I'd been able to, you know, actually sell the data from those 2 other systems that I scanned, but no, it's not going to let me. Permits, pretty much the same as anybody else who's been in beta. I've got the sole system permit and that's it. And there we go. Shock horror, my modules priorities are all sorted out. The fire groups are nothing to be surprised at. Cargo is currently empty, and functions, you know the drill with me when it comes to functions. So that's where we are. So let's show you this trade route that I found. Now, of course, with a lot of people starting in completely random areas, means that this is probably not going to be a big help to a lot of people, but if you are in this area, this will be a help to you. So here we are in Waluskas, which I've almost certainly spelt wrong, but that's what I'm calling it. And our destination is Shovel, or Shovel as I keep calling it. So we're going to the Shovel system. Actually, I prefer seeing the fastest routes, but the economical route is less cluttered. And to buy our cargo. So to go, when you're going to Shovel from here, you take with you tantalum. Fill her up. So it would be nice if it could have been 40, but it's 36 tons of tantalum, 129,348 to buy in. So actually on this trip I am going to actually have enough to cover my insurance for once. Alright, so we're all set to go, so let's go. Right, I'll be with you in a sec. Now, although probably won't see them in this video, I have seen plenty of orcas and a couple of pythons. And I always wonder, why does the Python look fuck all like he did in Elite and Frontier. Anyway, let's piss off out of here. Right, no longer match lock, let's go.
Drive charging.
Say I've done this route plenty of times, but I know that's a system, or let's say the planet rather, that I need to go to. There we go. Should have fucking emptied the ashtray before I started this. Oh well. Now both these trade routes are ones where, because of the value of the cargo you're carrying, you really don't want to get mixed up in interdictions, so you want to try to evade them if one comes along. With the way that starting points are now all completely random, there is a good chance that a number of you are going to find this rather useless because it's nowhere near where you are. But you could always, you know, find yourself exploring out this way. Fuck knows why, this really is the arse end of space. I've only found 2 high-tech planets, or systems I should say. I want to try and get to either Sol or Lave, but actually ideally I want to get to HGST, but you need the permit. So once I've got myself a decent amount of credits and a decent, you know, large ship, I will eventually make my way to Imperial space, do what I can for them and get me a HGST permit. These fucking security ships just love to fly so fucking close that they're almost colliding with you. Good old you know, Elite Dangerous obsession with ramming. I hate docking base 16 or any of these ones that are right up close.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so I've halved the amount of fuel I use for these chips. In fact it's less than half what it used to be, so I'm quite pleased about that. There's no point checking the bulletin boards because yes, there are missions, but nobody ever wants the commodities that you carry on both trips. So you sell your tantalum for 868 credits per ton, or profit anyway, and that's actually gone down. Last night it was around 974 per ton, so I was making even more then, but this profit margin is not to be sniffed at. Profit of 31,000 odd in just 36 tons. So that takes me up to exactly 242,000 credits. And from here you buy superconductors. Fill her up if you can. Do I have enough? Yes. But now I'm going out there with no insurance, which is not a problem actually. There was one time I went out there after buying as many superconductors as I could afford, and I left here with 70 credits to my name. Right, so we now go back to where we came from, Ualuscus. Put me fag out. Right, off we piss. And also with the bulletin boards for either of these places we're going to, they never have missions going to either of these systems, so you may as well just ignore it. But thankfully the amount you make from these trade runs more than makes up for it, even if you're in something like a hauler or an eagle. Well, I was in an eagle when I stumbled on this route, so I was only taking 4 tons at a time. Let's go. Don't you fucking think about it. Yesterday I had an interdiction attempt which only stayed on the screen for about a second and then it just disappeared, but the sound effect carried on going. So it was like it was still trying to interdict me, but the actual on-screen bit had all stopped. I was pissing off and carrying on going to wherever I was going. In fact, that was where I was scanning the system, scanning, like, you know, the 20 odd fucking space bodies, and then got absolutely fuck all for it. In the end I dropped out of frameshift just to shut the fucking thing up and then just restarted again. So yeah, the game's in really good state.
Docking request granted.
Landing pad 14, that's fairly near the front and all. It's not right at the front though, 13 is. Or is it? No, 16 is right at the front, isn't it? Okay, 14 is nearer the back. Won't argue.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
Right.
Engines disengaged.
So here, after refueling, you sell your superconductors and make 1,224 credits per ton. So with a mere 36 tons, your profit is 44,064 credits. By sheer coincidence, the same amount that showed as my highest profit in my stats earlier. So there we go. That's not a bad trade route, if I do say so myself. Now, I'll give you an idea of where this is. There's an orca around here somewhere, but the orca, like the
Target shields offline.
Python, doesn't appear in the well, it obviously appears there. You can see it looking like a large fucking turd at that angle, but yeah, it doesn't appear on the screen there. Anyway, give you an idea of where this this area is then. So if you are at Lave, that's how far away you are from it, 175.15 light years. If you are at Sol, you are somewhat closer, but you're still 99.4 light years from it. If you are at the old starting point, Iranin, you are 107.84 light years, so not that far from it. And meanwhile, if you are wanting to get to where I want to go, you got a long old way. So yeah. Anyway, that's where everything is. That's so there you go. That's the trade route and how to get there. Well, that's that one then done. Don't ask me when or if I'm going to do any more, because I might do, I might not, I don't know. So there you go, ta-da.